Now, Jammu and Kashmir former Chief Minister Omar Abdullah has now hit out at Mehbooba Mufti, and this is what Omar Abdullah has said. He slammed Mehbooba for ferrying people in police buses to state functions to convey that a sense of normalcy has returned in the valley. This is to mark the Martyrs' Day. He said that the government puts theatrics and falsified public participation over and above the ground realities so as to befool bosses in Delhi. Take a listen.
बेशर्मी की बात ये कि बजाय पुलिस के इंतज़ामिया को हालात को दुरुस्त करने में लगाया जाए, अभी सुबह आपने देखा कि पुलिस की गाड़ियों में सिविल लोगों को यहां लाया गया सिर्फ वज़ीर आला साहिबा को लोग दिखाने के लिए। अब इन हालात में भी अगर इन लोगों को ड्रामा करने की ज़रूरत रही, इन हालात में भी अगर ये लोग कुछ सीख ना पाए और मजबूरन एक नॉर्मलसी की हवा पैदा करने के लिए यहां लोगों को लाया गया सिविल में, तो मुझे लगता है इस हुकूमत से हालात जो हैं वो दुरुस्त कैसे हो पाएंगे अगर के वो ज़मीनी जो हालात है उससे अपने आप को बेखबर रखने की कोशिश करेंगे। मैंने
So Kashmir is the big focus here. In the morning we have Shuja who's joining us. Kamaljeet also in the newsroom with us. First going across to Shuja, how's the situation in the valley as we're looking at a tense Martyrs' Day?
Well, Devina, the situation continues to remain tense. We've seen yesterday, another death taking place in Kupwara, which is in the North Kashmir, which so far had remained, out of these clutches of death and the violence. But yesterday, this death took place. And on the ground here, while these political parties bicker among each other, the real stories somehow are not really reflected that well. The issues that the people are facing at this point of time are many-folds. They have problems because of the restrictions and the curfews for last 6 days continuously. In fact, before just coming for this particular dispatch, I was reading these local newspapers and the real stories that are displayed here. This particular newspaper here has a picture on is front page of an ambulance driver who is inside the vehicle and is wearing a helmet because apparently, according to this newspaper, his vehicle was smashed by security forces somewhere. There are stories of how people are suffering. There are stories of what the Chief Minister is saying and how that has given prominence. That has not given prominence to the real suffering on the ground. At this point of time, when the people really need that helping hand, that healing touch, which political parties should have extended so far, they're not finding that of neither from the government or the political dispensation. It's just more violence happening. The number of injured increasing in hospitals, with the hospital staff even finding it difficult to handle the situation now. So on the ground, it remains critical. One can only hope that today goes by peacefully, because the tension it is very well prevailing all across the valley.
And the politics of it as well, Shuja, as we played out the reaction of Omar Abdullah to our viewers who said it's Martyrs' Day and people are being put in public buses, and there is an attempt to ensure that everything is normal on the ground. It is to please the bosses in Delhi, is what Omar Abdullah said. Kamal, we'll come to you, but we're getting a reaction from the Congress Vice President Rahul Gandhi, who has slammed Mehbooba Mufti, spoken out on the Jammu and Kashmir issue, targeting the centre, saying the government has failed on the Jammu and Kashmir issue. Modi government has failed to take forward Manmohan's legacy on Jammu, is what Rahul is saying. He had also said, I'd expressed concern over the issue to Jaitley some time back. Jaitley responded by saying it is not a matter of concern. A very sharp reaction coming from Rahul Gandhi. Okay, we have Ashar who's also joining us this morning, and let's go across to him now. Ashar, this is Rahul Gandhi's very targeted response at the centre. We have seen BJP battling with its own ally Shiv Sena, which has raised questions over Mehbooba's tenure in Jammu and Kashmir as a chief minister. Omar Abdullah targeting Mehbooba Mufti, and now Congress Vice President jumping in.
Well, in the last 2 days, we've seen that the Congress president has come out and strongly said that she supports the initiatives of the central government while tackling terrorism, while on the other hand, the human aspect should be taken care of. Yesterday also, we saw Ghulam Nabi Azad, who's the leader of opposition in Rajya Sabha and also been the former chief minister of Jammu and Kashmir, come out and say that, the police should not be let loose on innocent civilians and a sympathetic view should be taken. And now Rahul Gandhi also saying that the current government has lost on the good work which was done by the Manmohan Singh regime in the 10 years from 2004 to 2014. He also said that he'd expressed his apprehensions to the Union Finance Minister when he had a private meeting with him, but the Union Finance Minister assured him that all is well and there are no concerns. So clearly Rahul Gandhi also now jumping into the frame and trying to say that as far as tackling civilian casualties are concerned, both the governments are certainly not doing enough.
And Ashar, this is coming after the Prime Minister had reached out to the opposition parties as well to say that let's not do political firefighting on this issue. Kamal, yesterday we had seen how the Prime Minister met his court team. There was also criticism coming in that Jammu and Kashmir Chief Minister did not join that particular meeting. There was no representative from the state is what Omar Abdullah had alleged. But how are we looking at the Home Ministry now tackling the day 6 of unrest in Kashmir?
Well, there seems to be a major cause of concern that violence and unrest continues in the valley. Let me tell you, as far as the centre is concerned, the intelligence chiefs have also been saying that there seems to be a cause of concern, especially the stone pelters aged between 13 to 19. How do you really engage to a population which seems to be currently hostile? The other part is the centre doesn't seem very happy with the handling of the situation by the state government. Now they want one particular response coming in. They've said they've given a free hand to the state of Jammu and Kashmir to handle the situation. The centre will be aiding the state of Jammu and Kashmir. But remember, as far as the response is concerned, whether it's the state government itself or the central's own inability at the moment to tackle the situation imminently, or whether it's the coverage of the media, the centre, at least the Prime Minister himself, seems extremely unhappy. But the fact remains, on ground, little has changed. There seems to be tension prevailing on the ground. People are obviously in a sense of discomfort. And the other part is Mehbooba Mufti in the past 4 and 5 days was not completely reachable. She only sent out a message last evening reaching out to the people, something the centre believes should have done much earlier. So all this is something which is perhaps making the opposition parties gun for the alliance partner of the BJP, saying enough is not being done, and there was a complete misreading of the situation on the ground.
All right, Kamal, be with us because we're also getting another breaking news now. Imran Khan has reacted on the ongoing unrest in Kashmir. Now, we've seen that how Pakistan has been meddling in India's affair, and this is what Imran Khan, the PTI leader, has said, raising the Kashmir issue. He has said he condemns the brutality of civilians in Jammu and Kashmir. He said strongly condemn ongoing brutality of Indian forces in Pak-occupied Kashmir. Pak must move the international community to act on the plight of Kashmiris. Now, this is not only Imran Khan, this is the tweet that he has given out, but also yesterday we had seen how Nawaz Sharif had met his cabinet as well. We had seen that how Foreign Secretary of Pakistan had also called in the envoy of the Permanent Council members of the United Nations in an attempt to rake the Kashmir unrest and make it internationalized and get the global community spotlight on it. At the same time, when India has maintained it's an internal matter. We have Kaswar also, who's joining us on this story. Now, Kaswar, Pakistan is meddling again and again. On Monday, we had seen that Nawaz Sharif's statement expressing a deep concern on India's affair while referring to Kashmir. And also yesterday, we had seen that how the Foreign Secretary of Pakistan had summoned envoys of the United Nations. He had gone ahead and told those envoys that expressing serious concern over brutal killings of civilians and violation of human rights by the Indian security forces. It's stunt after stunt from Pakistan.
Yes, definitely. You have rightly mentioned that it was not only the Prime Minister of Pakistan, but all of the political leaders, including Nawaz Sharif, the Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif, Imran Khan, and Asif Zardari and other leaders have joined the ruling party in the bandwagon when it comes to condemn the Indian brutal killing there in Kashmir. You rightly mentioned that yesterday Pakistan's the Foreign Secretary of Pakistan has called the 5 High Commissioners and the ambassadors of permanent missions to United Nations, and they briefed them what has been going on there in Kashmir. So India believes that definitely it's their internal matter, and on the Pakistani side, we never seen such a stern reaction from Pakistani side when it comes to
What a
situation
U-turn
there in
also,
Kashmir.
Kaswar. What a U-turn on the diplomatic overtures that has been made by India, and the way Sharif government, the civilian government at least, had responded in the same measure. It is the doublespeak that has been exposed by Pakistan. Let's see how Pakistan has reacted so far from the civilian government. This is what the reaction came in Tuesday. Ejaz Ahmad Chaudhry saying, expressing serious concern over brutal killings of civilians and violation of human rights by the Indian security forces. This is in reference to when he called on the permanent members envoy of the United Nations Security Council. Let's also see on Monday how it had happened, where Nawaz Sharif said it is deplorable that excessive and unlawful force was used against the civilians who were protesting against the killing. Now, Kamal, what is the stand that the Indian government will be taking? We've seen the statements come out saying that this is India's internal matter, but strong word also going up from the PMO to Sharif government, because now their stand, they're completely exposed that it is the Pakistani army which is calling the shots. Nawaz Sharif is just puppeteering.
Well, the Indian government has wrapped the Pakistani government over the issue of Burhan Wani and the violence which has happened. And remember, India to quite an extent also believes that certain part of disturbance is being caused by Pakistan, by the ISI and their army. And obviously what we've seen is Syed Salahuddin and Hafiz Saeed doing those prayers for Burhan Wani, Burhan being called a Kashmiri leader by the Pakistani establishment. This is something that India has not taken very kindly to. And even though they try and solve the situation on the ground there, they want to make a point clear that this is an internal matter of India. Pakistan has no place and no business to really comment on India's internal matter.
And it's time to deliver as well on the promises that we had seen, Kamal, where, be it the Bangkok meeting, be it the Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif meeting at the sidelines of the Paris summit that we had seen engaging in diplomatic talks, where they had said that there would be a crackdown on terrorism. But Pakistan yet to deliver, as Kamal pointed out. We had seen that how Hafiz Saeed and Syed Salahuddin paid tribute to slain his commander Burhan Wani in Pak-occupied Kashmir, right under the nose of the Pakistani government. And these reactions coming in, we continue focus on Kashmir.